just wanted to give you guys an update. I posted a video not too long ago about my weight loss journey and kind of gave you a little bit of a backstory as to, my struggles with weight loss. And so I thought I would just do a quick update video on where I'm at today. It's been about a week and a half or so since the video that I did previously. And at that point in time, I was at, I believe 210.5. I think that was the weight. And over the last week and a half, there's been a lot of struggles. There's been a lot of things that just for me personally, it may not affect, the things that affected me may not affect you. But struggles hit people in different ways and for different reasons. And so I thought I would just kind of give you a little bit about where I'm at, what successes I'm having, because even though I've had struggles, I'm still having successes as well. And just kind of give you a little bit of a update. So in the last week and a half, again, I'm doing Nutrisystem, doing that with my husband. And I mentioned before, it's such a great support system to have both of us doing the diet or the lifestyle change together. And so one of my favorite things that I'm finding with Nutrisystem is that there is such a variety of food, and you can go in and you can customize your food and select the items that you like the best, or trial new items and such. And I like the fact that they're quick, heat up kind of meals. I think they taste good. Very small portions, but I think that they taste good. And for me, I really like that everything is already prepared. So one of the struggles that I've been thinking about as I move forward in the journey is, okay, how do I prepare these kind of things that they're quick and they're ready to go for me, and I don't have to come home and think about what it is that I'm going to eat. It's just right there. I can heat it right up. And so those are struggles that I've had in the past. And so being on Nutrisystem, I think that that's going to be one of my downfalls, is when I'm no longer on the program. And how do I make sure that I have those items ready to go? I can just jump into the freezer, grab something, heat it up, and it tastes delicious. I don't know. I'm not the best cook. I can tell you honestly, I don't enjoy cooking. It's not something that I want to go into the kitchen and just do. I like to bake, but cooking for me is not my favorite thing to do. And I'm not real creative with spices and flavors and things. And so having these pre-packaged things that you just heat up has been great. So that's one struggle that I've kind of been thinking about over the last week and a half is, for the future, what do I do? And so with Nutrisystem, they do give you what they call a flex meal. So you get 2 flex breakfast dinners, or for breakfast, lunch, and dinners, and then your snacks. So they're trying to teach you some of that, but to have that meal prep throughout the full week is going to be different for me and challenging, I think. I like a lot of variety in my food, and I had found that previously when I'm going to the grocery store, you have to buy everything in such big amounts, and when it's just 1 or 2 people that's eating that, you end up eating the same meal over and over, and I get so bored of that, and then I don't end up eating it, and it goes bad, and so it's just this vicious cycle for me. And so I'm trying to figure out long term, how is this going to work? Once I get the weight off, I know I have to keep my portion sizes small, and I know I need to be smart about decisions, but how do I be smart about grocery shopping, meal prep, having variety, and that I'm not spending a fortune at the grocery store either? So those are things I'm thinking about. Also during this week, at work, we had pizza delivered as a lunch option for those people who were in the office on July the 5th. So many people were out of the office because of the holiday being on a Thursday. People took Friday off. And so they ordered pizza for those that were in the office, which was fantastic. I mean, I really appreciate that. But I heard pizza, and pizza's what I call a red light food for me. It's one of those kind of things that it's like I almost obsess over it. Oh my gosh, if I hear it, I want it. You know, gosh, I feel like I just sounded like Ariana Grande in her song. But I seriously cannot eat pizza. I can't just have one slice. I eat until I almost feel sick with pizza. And so it was a challenge for me to say, nope, I'm not going to have that pizza. I'm going to eat my Nutrisystem meal. And I did. I ate my Nutrisystem meal, and I stayed out of the break room so that I was not I can't think of the word that I want to use right now, but enticed, I guess, by the smell of it, the look of it, whatever. So that was a win for me. Was it hard? Heck yes, it was hard. It was so hard to say no to that, but it was a win for me. And then this week, my Fitbit broke. And I kind of rely on my Fitbit quite a bit to make sure I'm getting my activity and I'm meeting my steps and I'm taking my stairs and I'm getting a good night's sleep and all of those kind of things, which I'm a terrible sleeper. I'm getting better, and I'll tell you a little bit about some tricks that I'm doing to help me sleep. But the Fitbit broke. I have another pedometer, but it doesn't read out all of the same types of things. So that's been a challenge for me a little bit. So yeah, and then another challenge that I'm having a little bit is the sweets. I'm a huge sweet tooth, or have a huge sweet tooth. And I'm not gonna lie, with the Nutrisystem program, you get snacks. And one of the snacks this week, for me, was a red velvet cupcake. Now this thing was like inky dinky small, but it has icing on the top of it. And when I opened it up, the icing had kind of gone around the side of the wrapper. And so I heated it up in the microwave, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I totally took that outside of the wrapper and I ate off of the outside of the wrapper to get every morsel of that icing. And I know that probably sounds ridiculous, but I wanted every little sweet piece that I could get. And I'm not going to be ashamed by it, because it's what I get for my food for that day. And I'm telling you what, it was sweet, and I was going to have every little bite of it. So kind of, I don't know if you guys saw me sitting eating that, and I was like, oh my God, this is so awesome. Yeah, I did it. But then, okay, so circling back, so sleep is super duper important in any kind of every daily life function, including your diet, your exercise and such. And I can fall asleep very easily, but I wake up to everything. And sometimes it's not for any reason at all. I just wake up, I have a hard time going back to sleep. And so I'm not a person that likes to take a lot of medication, so I try to stay away from the sleep aids and different things. So one of the things that I have been doing is I've been diffusing lavender next to my bed when I go to sleep. And I tell you what, it's honestly, I can promise you it is helping me. I turn on my diffuser before I go to bed. It has a timer on it, so it runs for about 40 minutes and then it shuts off, and it is really helping. It's not foolproof. I'm not going to say that. I still wake up in the middle of the night, and I'll be awake for 15 minutes to 3 hours depending upon the night. But it is helping. So you might try that if you do struggle with sleep a little bit. I know there's all kinds of tips and tricks out there, but that one's working for me. So I mentioned that I started my last video, I was down to, I think, 210.5. And as of yesterday, I'm at 205.6. So in a week and a half, I have dropped, what is that, 4.9 pounds? Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. So almost 5 pounds. And I think that's a great success in a week and a half. And especially with the challenges that I've had, I am super excited for myself. One of the things that I have to say is that I have been weighing myself every single day. And I know you're not supposed to do that, because your weight goes up and it goes down and it goes up and then it goes down. And the one day I was like at 204.2 and I was like, yes, this is awesome. I'm so excited. I mean, I was just elated. The next day I get on the scale and I was like up to like 206 something. And I was like, what happened? And so, you know, your body holds water. It holds, you know, depending upon what's going on, your hormones and all that kind of stuff. It holds on to things and then it lets go of things, and it holds on and lets go. So I'm trying to put myself in the mindset of, again, it's not about the number, which I keep reminding myself. It's always nice to see that number go down, but it's not about the number, and I have to stay off the scale. So I am trying very hard to stay off the scale and only weigh in one time per week, so I kind of get that one true measurement, same day, same time, every single time I weigh in, so that I know. I haven't been to the gym a lot this week, but I have been working in my yard like a mad woman. I put in landscaping. I planted a ton of plants. I've been moving rocks. I've been moving bricks. I have been doing all kinds of stuff. So the exercise, while I haven't been in the gym, I'm getting a ton of exercise. In fact, yesterday I was out in the garden from 7:30 a.m. till 5 o'clock in the evening. And I was exhausted. So I'm getting the activity. It's just not in the gym. So those have been my challenges. Those have been my successes throughout the week. I am really excited. I went shopping the other day because I needed a couple of shirts that fit a little bit better. And I was able to get it. I know clothes run differently, so I'm not going to use this as a true indicator, but I was able to buy a shirt in a smaller size. So that was kind of exciting for me. And I'm going to take those little wins and I'm going to run with it, because it's going to be up and it's going to be down and there's going to be challenges. And I just have to get my mind right and set each and every time that we do something. If we have a family event, preparing for that. If we go to dinner, if work carries something in, because it seems like everything that is a social function surrounds food. And so going into that, knowing that food is going to be around, and what choices are you going to make, or what am I going to bring with me to make sure that I have the successes for myself. So those are things I'm going to struggle with. I'm going to struggle with my entire life. But I'm excited for the successes that I've had this week, and I hope for all of you that are working on your own journey, I hope you're having successes. Know that you're going to have challenges just like I'm having, or, you know, other challenges as well. But know that you'll get there, and don't beat yourself up. I know it's easy to do. We're our own worst critic. Don't beat yourself up, and stay positive. Know that you're working towards a goal. And if you have a misstep, you've got tomorrow. It was one day. You've got tomorrow, and start again. Don't give up on yourself, because it's about you and you control you. And so just kind of remembering that going forward, and preparing, I think is going to be so helpful for so many, especially myself. So I'll do future videos with updates on my successes, my challenges, my failures, all of those kind of things. And again, thank you so much for watching the channel. I really appreciate it. And you know, hopefully the next time I'm on here doing a weight loss update, it will be a weight loss, and there'll be more successes in the future. So thank you, and please go down below, subscribe, and leave a comment. I would love to hear about your story and how you're getting through your weight loss journey as well. Thank you so much.